Rushing Manhua. Our work begins with an old man saying that he has a very interesting book, a book that has cultivation, takes place in another world, beautiful fantasies, and wild girls. Our prota is impressed and asks the seller if that's what he was seeing. Is it really the impressive collection of beast girls from 9 territories? And the seller responds that yes, that's what it was. It's a very rare thing to find, both with plot and emotions. Out of nowhere, our prota stops and thinks out loud. In fact, what he was looking for was a reference book to draw humans and animals. The smart salesman says he understands and pushes the book into the kid's backpack, saying that it was exactly what he was looking for, both humans and animals. He says that the author is just starting out and that if he wanted, he could sell it to him for cheap. Our prota is embarrassed and asks if what he was saying was serious. Well, in the end, he ends up taking the book. When he gets home, he locks the door tightly, puts the book on the table, and says that that day was a special day because he was finally turning 18, and to celebrate, he was going to embark on one of the biggest events in his life. Yes, guys, he's talking about doing indecent things. He was very excited to see that blessed book, but something strange happened. For some reason, the book wouldn't open at all. But out of nowhere, a strange glow begins to come out of the book. It's been 1,300 years since these humble maids finally awaited your arrival. A hologram projected above the book with fierce girls greeting him. Our prota even sneezes blood. He is amazed by such beauty of that art. But out of nowhere, those hands that greeted him pull the samurai bun into the book. The crazy man is literally sucked into the paper. When he falls into the portal that was formed, he screams, saying that he just wanted to watch the indecent things in that book. But look, my intuition says he's going to get something much better than that. And well, he finally wakes up. Our prota wonders where he was. Apparently, the fall wasn't one of the most comfortable in the world, because upon arrival, he hit his head on a very massive rock. He asks if he traveled through time or something. His head was hurting a lot, so he goes to the water to see the condition of his forehead in the reflection of the water. But when he looks in the water, he realizes that his body was not his body. Did something serious happen to him? After that, he gets a shock to his head. 5 seconds to like and subscribe, or 10 years of bad luck. Several memories of the original owner of that body flashed through his mind. In this world, humans take advantage of the sources of beasts to absorb spiritual energy from heaven and earth for their cultivation. However, the original owner of the body, Lin Xing, could not take the source of the beasts for cultivation. Coincidentally, they both have the same name. So he says there is no other way than to learn how that world works day after day. Then there are more memories of Xing Lin, where he caught the son of the city lord wanting to drug a classmate, and then, angry with the explanation the crazy man gave them, they sent their men to capture Lin Xing. However, Lin Xing abandoned them and fled to the outskirts of the city. His foot slipped, he hit a rock and died. Then out of nowhere, the book starts talking to our protagonist. He says that not only are their names similar, but their appearance is also very similar, and tells our prota not to worry. Lin gets a huge jump scare when he hears the book talking and fires a powerful shot at him, asking if he was recording a horror movie and why he brought him there. When he kicks the book, the 3 criminals involved in the non-death, but rather a resurrection of the Lin Xing appear running after him. Wow, are they persistent even in running after the boy since 1,300 years ago? That's what I call willpower. Then the book appears again, saying that he can't escape, and tells our prota to make a contract with him. With that, he could use the wild girls to get rid of them. With every second that passed, the troublemakers got closer and closer, with no time to think about our prot and ask how he could sign the contract. The book says it's simple. You just need to put your hand in the middle of it. And well, with no choice of what to do, he puts his hand on the book. So the book tells him not to worry because he won't abandon it. Then it appears that Lin Xing, who is in possession of the immortal sacred body, had his contract accepted, but nothing happens. While our prota fights with the book that only he can see, the bandits get closer and closer, cursing him of everything he is. Name. And then finally, the contract was complete. The book says that now he can summon his first beast girl. With no time to think, Lin asks to summon immediately. Congratulations! You draw the true fire beast girl of primordial chaos. Surrounded by flames, our Prota's first summon appears. His name is Jike, an unprecedented hottie he calls Proto-Emperor. Everyone who wanted to beat the Prota up stops and asks if that was a humanoid beast. They heard that summoning a hot girl like that is something very advanced. They say that summon must have been stolen and not trained. The crazy people get excited and say to capture her and present her to the young master. But before they can do anything, the beautiful lady bursts into flames, burning everyone there and ending the confusion. Lin is shocked by such power she had. Then she comes close to our protagonist and tells him that she waited a long time to find him. The idiot Lin turns all red and asks if it wouldn't be better to take care of the Lord's henchmen first, and then the hot fire girl tells them to take care of these little things later. Meanwhile, she slowly crouches towards Lin, so she says she just wants to. Well, we skipped that part. Even the work skipped it. Our Prota's Virgao walks away while the fire girl approaches. She asks him where he is going. She tells them to solve their business first. The poor virgin, who has never seen this in his life, asks her to clarify herself first and shouts, asking her not to take off someone's pants before meeting her. The fire beast says that he is the reincarnation of the demon emperor and says that they are all his servants. She says that the demon race is on the verge of extinction and that they urgently need the seeds of our demon so that the race can prosper and expand. And then she sticks her huge balloons in the Prota's face. Lin is shocked by the situation and pushes her away, asking her to wait. He says he is just a high school student, as he would be the demon emperor. She says the fact that he can open the book is proof. Only the demon emperor with the immortal body can unlock the pages of the Beast Girl collection book of the 9 territories. She couldn't be wrong. She asks the Prota if she as a humble servant is not worthy of his favors. And then a little angel comes to the Prota's head telling him to calm down. Then, as the little angel came, the little devil also came, saying that this was a blessing. Why would he be refusing? When a girl is so proactive, if he hesitated for so long, he would lose her. Then he makes a wise decision. He calls her to slaughter. So she jumps all over him, and he asks her to be a knight, as it was her first time. But when he was getting excited, the book appears and sucks the fire demon into him, saying that it wasn't time for that. The Prota gets super angry and squeezes that book with all his strength, asking why he did that. The book screams, asking him to let go. He can't wait any longer. He asks if Lin knows what will happen if he goes that far with her. Then poor Lin squeezes the book even tighter, causing his soul to come out of the pages. After that, the book explains how this thing works. The source of all power in this world is known as Qi, which exists between heaven and earth. Practitioners improve their cultivation by forming contracts with source beasts. By enjoying the source parties, practitioners transform Chai into their own true energy. And with the immortal sacred body that he possesses, he can absorb Qi at any time, anywhere, convert it into true energy within the body, and then distribute the refined true energy to the beast through intimate encounters. In simple terms, it is like an overloaded engine. Granting your favor to concubines is not a simple matter. Instead, it involves emitting Qi into your body, but as it has just reached the 9 continents, its supply is almost depleted. The book says that if he forces his way into adult acts, the result is to run out of fuel and die. Our Prota is speechless and says it's not exactly what he imagined. He gets mad at the book and asks if he shouldn't have explained how this thing works in the first episode. He grips the book very tightly once again and asks, "What is the demon race? Who was he?" He immediately asks for explanations as the book screams in pain. The book asks you to calm down and says it will explain everything. That winter, when the demon emperor passed away, he caused turmoil in the demon race. The human and demon races launched a sudden assault on the devil's capital. Countless elite demon warriors were brutally massacred to preserve the last bloodline of the demon race. At the moment of crisis, the demon queen used a secret technique. She sealed 15 of the most powerful parties with different attributes within the book. Then she opened a dimensional portal and transported him to Earth. The sole purpose of the book, like the channeler of the beasts, is to carry the dormant beasts and await the return of the reincarnated demon emperor. To unite with the 15 parties, propagate and restore the splendor of the demon race. The Prota, all discouraged, says that he is nominally a demon emperor, but in reality he's just a heartless furry. The book says he is being very pessimistic. The 5 servant beasts were carefully selected. Each one can bring you a new experience. There are not only chickens, foxes, and rabbits, but also tigers, bears, and lizards. The Prota is indignant and asks, who the hell wanted to get involved with a lizard? Our Prota says that since both human and demon races consider the demon race as a major threat, when he, the reincarnated demon emperor, appears, he will surely be massacred to death by random swords. It's too risky risky. Then he says refuse to mate with the wild maidens. The book says the contract has already been signed. It's too late to go back now. If he refuses to cooperate, he will release all the beasts and let them tear our poor Lin to death. Then he asks if the book is some kind of devil. After that, our prota thinks that, now, the beastly servants definitely want to suck it to dry everything at once. The book is only willing to help him continue sealing them if he does what it says, and that Ji-Ki, the fire demon, looks very amazing. With her protection, maybe it would be safer. At least he would have a hard job every day and night. So he accepts the situation and asks the book if he said he can absorb and convert chi into power at any time, then why didn't he feel anything? The book says he will feel it when he fights. Our next question, fight? Could he be some kind of fighter? Then, out of nowhere, a sword is thrown in his direction. He quickly dodges it. The son of the city lord who threw the sword, he calls our prota a brat and says he underestimated him. The avatar's Sokka insults Lin by calling him a thief and asks where his beast is to defend him. The pale face was accompanied by a demoted Arcanine. The book gets very angry and shouts, calling everyone idiots, daring to damage the root of the Emperor's life. He says he will make everyone follow him to the grave, but unfortunately, as we know, only our prota can see it. The book says that this time Emperor Lin must fight alone, feel his latent power. Lin is amazed and says he has never won a fight in his life. As he says this, the pale guy tells Arcanine to get our dear Emperor. The animal starts with the Iron Claw attack, but Lin easily dodges. He charges his fist with energy and sends a dragon's wrath into the lion's belly, sending him flying, exploding most of the trees in the forest for those who have never fought until it's cool. As he was flaying the lion, he says he clearly saw them walking in that direction just now and asks, how did they suddenly disappear? Well, this was the most unique Pokemon-like I've ever seen. That's all, guys. Leave a like and subscribe to follow the next videos. If you want to continue this work or there is another one that you want to become a video, comment below. Bye!